The need to preserve the environment and protect what remains of the country's dwindling forest cover informed the decision of the latest tour by the Ministry of Environment and his technicians. The visit also provided the delegation the opportunity to assess the Gambia's forest parks, communities affected by natural disasters, and handing over of the first phase of agreements for communities to become custodians of their forest parks. The idea here is to ensure communities take the lead to protect their environment. The historic site of Fort Bullen was the first port of call for the delegation, and the sight of one of the country's landmark relics being eaten away by the water was worrisome. The officials agreed that needed technical support will be required to protect the fort. Heading towards the northeast of the North Bank region, the entourage apprehended a man accused of illegal charcoal production. 180 bags of processed charcoal was found on the premises, worth over $35,000 in urban Gambia. The director of the Department of Forestry, Mohammed Jaite, made it clear that charcoal production was illegal, even though the tree was felled by NAWEC technicians.
They are collecting, this timber that have been felled by NAWEC, through the installation of these grids. So instead of using the leftover wood, for cooking directly, as firewood, now they are carbonizing the wood into charcoal, which is, very illegal.
The culprit was handed over to Jufre Police Station. The convoy proceeded to Jufre Forest Station, where 3 new buildings have been erected to accommodate forestry extension staff. The minister made a quick tour of the premises and left for Kerewan, the governor's office. Governor Ibrahim Adamfa hosted the first handing over of the preliminary community forest management agreements, in which 11 villages were given their copy of the first step towards owning their forest. The package also came with seedling propagation and forest protection equipment funded by the Action Against Desertification and Sustainable Dryland Forest Management Project.
This is the first stage that they have to go through, and they are under observation for a period of 18 months to ensure that all what we have agreed in the agreement, they abide by those, and they would be able to take care of the forest. As part of our plans, we are able to purchase some materials through the project to hand them over to them to prepare their nurseries, but as well as patrol the forest.
On day 2, the minister visited Mapo Mariga, a village divided into 2 by a massive erosion triggered by the running water from a nearby lake across the Senegalese border, less than a kilometer away. The village elders and the minister's delegation went on a tour of the devastated area, expressing their frustration at the difficult moment they're going through. Balanget, the Alcalo and Senabumbe, a youth mobilizer, mentioned that this problem has been ongoing for 20 years, but got worse recently, causing a loss of life. We spoke to Keba Manka, a land and water management specialist, who explained the technical requirement to mitigate the problem.
So in the process now, the plan as it is, there will be a series of bonds, in the fields, and these bonds will sort of manage the runoff, will handle the runoff in such a way that it will divert it away from the village.
The convoy proceeded to Central River Region, Janjambure, where Community Forest Committee members keenly listened to the advice of the forest experts before 4 villages received their PCFMA certificates and 4 preservation equipments. As day 3 kicked in, the ongoing construction of a forest station in Sarafodige, Upper River Region, was visited, to which the construction workers stated that lack of water in the village is hindering the quick progress of the site. Another handing over of certificates at the governor's residence followed up in Basse, as 5 communities received their certified copy of the responsibility bestowed upon them. The governor Fatou Jammeh Touré congratulated the communities, reminding them that there are endless benefits in taking care of the forest.
Trees are life, because without trees we don't expect to have rains, and without trees we don't expect to have pasture for our animals.
As the officials head towards Lower River Region, a banana plantation in the village called Korup was visited. Here, a 900 hectares of trees was allegedly deforested by Swami India Company. Officials toured the premises, and the minister vowed to get to the bottom of the matter.
We do not encourage this, because this is a state controlled forest, and before any forest is changed to any use, you have to go through a process. And I need to confirm from the EIA team whether they have gone through that process. But as far as I'm concerned, I have not seen this documentation in our office.
Reporting on Newsfile, I'm by Ibrahim Chan.